The exhibition of the people reflects of the moment political opinions shaping the 2016 presidential election in the United States. At the end of last year, we actually launched an open call for artists, and we received about 200 submissions for artists to get their work considered for the exhibition.
And at least take it out.
Right.
It's a tiny
Alicia Grullón is going to be performing Filibuster number 2, 8.5-hour performance, which is a live reenactment of Bernie Sanders' Bush tax cut filibuster.
Something has gone in recent years terribly wrong, and we have slipped further and further behind many other countries.
And this is when he brings up the pictures of the CEOs, and that's at the beginning. Oh, so he says that, the presiding officer. Is this after the summary, the executive summary?
They have to make sure
That's a fast cue exchange. A part of my practice involves doing reenactments of true events. I will be using the same exact script that Senator Sanders read from in 2010. This bill, of course, is one that impacts many, many people. The first filibuster I did was at BRIC House for the show Whisper Shout, and that first filibuster was a reenactment of Senator Wendy Davis's filibuster from 2013, where she attempted to block a very restrictive abortion bill in the state of Texas.
I would hate to see other families denied the right to choose what is best for them. These decisions are hard enough without placing extra limits on them.
And that went on for 11 hours. This filibuster that I'm doing for of the people at Smack Mellon was 8.5 hours long.
It's funny because even though it's really long, I do find myself listening to it. It's actually really interesting what they're saying.
Do they want? When is enough?
The last filibuster was really technical. This one is much more emotional and political.
Sadly, the economic pain that millions of people are experiencing didn't even begin as a result of the Wall Street bailout.
For me, these are important moments to look on, and I think that that's one of our lacking points in the U.S. We don't really learn a lot about it at school. These two filibusters tell a lot about society and history right now. Wendy Davis has brought up issues of access to women's health, especially when it pertains to working women and poor and women of color. And Bernie Sanders' filibuster pertains a lot to class and division and economics and politics and what has gotten us here today.
Corporate America already is sitting on close to $2 trillion cash on hand. I don't know that more tax rates are going to help them very much. To preserve Social Security and Medicare. I'm joining now my very good friend from Ohio.
He was saying, my sense is similar to yours, and let me see.
Yeah, but
Sanders, I am joined by my very good friend from Ohio. With Dominic, we were going over the specific audio cues and image cues.
when you're ready for the first chart to come up, it's the same as last time. You press the space bar and
Okay.
It's more just about the pacing of the cues, and so making sure that everything sounds natural. So I mostly just trust my ear.
You can move your plants to any part of the world where the labor is cheapest. So if it gets too expensive in China and you have to pay people 75 cents an hour, you go to Vietnam.
I'm not going to memorize it, but yeah, for it to be on the script so that I know when to cue myself.
And then when you're ready for the Landau video, it'll just go.
There's a limit to what they can consume. And what the senator is saying, and what I'm saying, I want to be very clear.
We're not able to keep in every interruption and things like that, but it's important that it's one coherent piece with her presented as the senator reenacting the filibuster.
Having been trained as a photographer, and yet at the same time having been trained as an actor, I'm trying to figure out ways that I can document these things through performance and through my body.
40% of all profits in America went to the financial institutions with a small number of people.
I'll be tired eventually. I know that much. For me, It's that act of it happening live, happening at that moment. And I think that's what I really enjoy about art and my doing this type of work, because art allows that accessibility to these issues.
It was really interesting to sort of see how the words of the particular state senator sort of resonated with her performance.
There's a lot of power in knowledge, there's a lot of power in knowing how systems run.
I think you will make it more competitive, and I think you will have long-run benefits over our current system.
If you come and want to stay the whole 8.5 hours, it's incredible that you're doing that. And if you're only able to come in for 5 minutes and witness 5 minutes, that's incredible too. I hope that they just realize how accessible the law is, how their actions can really change. I wish that people leave with knowing that they really do have the tools to do something about it, because we're often made to think that it's not. And you know, we accept it. And we shouldn't accept it, because it's not acceptable what's going on.
The concentration of ownership in a handful of entities, is that a conservative proposition?